Welcome back to the Irish Furian. I was having a Brian Blessed moment there. Does anybody remember Brian Blessed? Brian Blessed was, I first saw him when I was a kid. He was in the 1980s remake of Flash Gordon, and he was the king. I don't know, if he was the king or the head, the king of the Hawkmen. He was the big burly guy with the big beard. Brian Blessed. Yeah, bruh. Let's take a shot at these guys. Brian Blessed. I climbed to the top of that mountain. Which he did. I think he actually, well, if the media's anything to go by, he did. I don't know if this is even recording. I suppose it is. I'm not really sure why I turned this on. I'm not really sure why I'm making a video. What a way to start making a video. I'm not really sure. I'm just after my dinner. I hope I don't have anything in my moustache. Or maybe I'm just going grey. Yeah, I am here. So, all right. So, yeah, there was an incident that happened this evening. I want to talk about that. It's about perception, and it kind of ties into the whole hate speech thing. About the idea behind the proposed hate speech laws is if there is a perceived offence. Okay, it's kind of sticking up quite far on it. So I was on my bicycle, going along the main street early this evening, and so there was a bus, a bus across the road. And it was coming up towards me, and I was on the other side going the opposite direction. And I remembered something I needed to get back that way. So I did a big U-turn in the road on a bicycle. And so I turned in the road, but I saw a bus coming, so I didn't U-turn into the other side of the road and onto his side. I U-turned on my lane. But I suppose I did it so powerfully and I did it so fast that he kind of, I could hear the brakes stopping. I could hear this, that sound that a huge bus makes when the brakes are applied. And so I carved around, and at that moment, I went into his lane because I knew the bus was stopped. And then I heard the bus horn go off. Is that light okay there? Bring it closer maybe. Here we go. Hope it doesn't fall over now. So I heard the bus horn beep as I carved into... Well, actually, I did go into his lane, but I went into his lane... Excuse me. I went into his lane after he stopped. So I carved around. I heard the bus stop. I didn't go into his lane until I heard the bus stop. And when it stopped, I then went in front of him and back the way he was coming as well. And then he beeped the horn. So... I didn't look back. I don't pay any attention. Like, why would I look back to be admonished? Like, I was a naughty boy, and then keep silent. Why? Like, you just keep looking the direction you're going and go that way. And so I did that, and I then pulled into the left into a set of traffic lights, carved around the traffic lights on the pavement, and then faced to cross the road on the traffic lights. And so he went by the bus, and he was in the bus looking straight out at me. He was going by going. He was going, looking at me like, and I just went, like, keep moving. But the point about all of this, why I'm making a video on this, is that he perceived something. He perceived that I was going to cross in front of him while he was driving. Now I didn't, and I only crossed in front of his bus when it's not his bus, it's the taxpayer's bus, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think bus air is privatised. I only went passed around in front of his bus, the bus, after I knew he had stopped, and then he beeped the horn. Now he beeped the horn because he perceived me to be stopping his bus. Now I hadn't stopped the bus, he stopped the bus. So you see, we're into the realm of perception. Dang, 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 dang. And that's where the issue lies with hate speech and hate crimes, because it's not based on action, it's not based on the activity of the person involved, it's based on the perceived activity of the person involved by the perceiver, the person reporting the hate crime, if it is going to come into Ireland. So this is why hate speech laws and hate crime has never been implemented so far, because there has to be an activity. There has to be a genuine shown activity, not a perception by a person. I thought that person was going to cross in front of my bus, and so therefore I condemn him because I thought he was, but he didn't. He only did it when the bus stopped, after he had made that choice. You see? Okay, so that's it. Be on your way now.